Hello and welcome everyone! My name is TheSparrowsJourney. We are here on Darkest Dungeon. Red Hook Studios was kind enough to give me a review copy. What am I doing with that review copy? I am not doing a review. I am doing a let's play because Darkest Dungeon is one of those games that I started playing and I couldn't stop. The game has been launched on Steam on early access, so a lot of you see here might be subject to change. But this might be the most complete game I've ever played in early access. Let's do this! Campaign. I have here one created, which I've been playing the game with. I would say I already have like about 10 hours of this game, even though I recently got the key. So let's start a new campaign. Okay, let's click the letter. Let's call it The Sparrows Dungeon. No, The Sparrows Doom. I like that. You know, the game is very dark. The game is very cruel. And believe me, it is hard as heck. It will punish us so much, and you will see why.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
So here we are at the very start of our campaign. This is how the game rolls. You have basically, I would say, two main phases. The phase where you are in a dungeon. We're not exactly into a dungeon now, we are in the forest, but we are in this world mode. Then you have another phase, which is the one you are at your city, at your town, and you can upgrade stuff. I don't want to spoil it, but that's basically what you do there in the little town, when you rest your soldiers. We're not a soldier ourselves, I think, from what I've understood from the game. We are somewhat the leader, but we just pick the pieces and put them in the right place. We're not in the game per se. We have here the navigation panel, and we can jump into several places, into several rooms. This is what they call it. You have the room, and then you have the path. During the path, crap might happen. This is sort of the thief of the game. This is sort of the paladin of the game. Not really a paladin, more like the warrior. There is very little about the game that I don't like. The art style, the sound, the interface, they nailed it for me. Do you relate that cinematic to any other game? Because I see a lot of The Witcher in that. You remember the cinematics in The Witcher? They really relate, and I love them. So you can't do anything over here, because we need to move to the next room. We started in a room with nothing to do. So let's do so. Move to this room.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
So I can move with D and A, or to click on the map just for the guys to move. And I can, you know, do a little dance. That's pretty cool. No! And this is how you move from rooms, but I didn't want to do that. Let's not go backwards, let's go forwards. Our objective here is to find my way to the hamlet, which is the town we're gonna start the game at. Now you have this little torch over here. This indicates how much light you have in the game. The brighter it is, the better. You will have more chances to find stuff that can harm you, and you will have more chances to find monsters before they find you. If you find the monsters,
Dispatch this,
they might be surprised, and that will give you an advantage in combat. Ouch, that hurt. Kill the enemy. Combat is turn-based. On your hero's turn, click a skill icon and then click on a highlighted target. So the game keeps throwing at you more info and info and info. You will have to digest all these data before you can actually manage to pass second or third level in this game, because it really is hard. So the guy just nailed out a hit on both of us. It was a skill that hits 2 of us. The max number of soldiers you can have in a campaign that I can think of right now is 4. So we only have 2 in our campaign, and this guy is only 1, so we should be able to beat him. Now with Highwayman, what I can do is take aim, which will give us a buff for more accuracy and crit. We can do a Grape Shot Blast. If you could see those 3 dots, red dots connected, that means I will be able to hit 3 guys with this, but we only have 1, so let's focus on something else, like the Open Vein. The Open Vein can be used on the first and second slot of the enemy's campaign. I'm trying to explain this the best I can. So the Open Vein will be a melee attack. It will have accuracy base of 85, which is pretty good, and damage mod less 15. So this guy has a base attack of 5 to 11. This attack, this skill, will bring it down 15%. So let's attack it with the Open Vein. Yes! Love it. I just love the graphics, love the animations. The animations are not, you know, crazy, but they do the job so well, and they give so much movement to what would otherwise be a very still game, you know, with this kind of graphics. So with this guy, I can do Bulwark of Faith, which will give me a buff for more protection, but he's only 1, so we want to dispatch him as fast as possible. We might do a Stunning Blow, which will stun the guy and do some damage. Attack with Zealous Accusation. This is the range attack of the Crusader, and it will also damage 2 of them, the 2 in front of the enemy campaign, and I can smite him. This is what will do the most damage, I would say, so let's do it, smite. Round 2. The only thing I think I'm missing on the game, I don't know if you ever play Heroes of Might and Magic, and other games have this as well, is that you don't see, you know, who's coming next. It might be intended, it might be good for the game, so that it is more unpredictable. But I would like to know, for instance, who's going to be attacking after the next round, the next guy I'm controlling right now. So we got 1,000 gold. We're going to need this to improve our characters and to improve our campaign and the town. As if, I don't know if you haven't noticed, but the light is going down further and further the more you move. And there are items in the world that you can pick up and interact with. We're going to interact with this tent. Let's see what it has. They left valuables. Gold and citrin.
There is much to be
These are things that you will be able to sell once you are in a town, and you will get money. So we have here the navigation panel, and this, the other tab, is the stuff that you can carry with yourself in your campaign, in the dungeon you are at. I'm trying to explain this to you so that you know, have a good start in the game, or you will probably be lost in all of this. You have here food as well, which you can heal your heroes with, so I think I'm gonna do that. From time to time, they need to eat, so you shouldn't extinguish all the food you have in your inventory, because they will ask to eat. But for now, because I want them, you know, with the most health I can, and they will not ask to eat on this tutorial.
The rightful owner has returned, and their
Ouch.
kind is no longer
Resist! I resisted an attack from the guy. You know, that attack not only damages me for 5 health, but it actually pushes me away and would put this guy in front, which is a disadvantage for me. I want this guy to be here in the back. So I want to kill this Brigand Fusilier as soon as possible, because he will attack both of us. I know this up front because I've played the game. And to do that, we need to range attack him. I'm going to attack him with a pistol shot. I don't think I can attack with him with this. No, because this guy, I think, occupies 2 slots. I'm not sure of this. But let's do with a pistol shot. Could also take aim first. But I want to dispatch this one as fast as possible, so let's do that. 7 damage. Not that great, but not that bad either. See, he does an area of damage attack, and I hate that. If he crits, one thing called stress that is there below, the text information is below HP. You don't have to worry just about your health, but also your stress. Stress will increase the more time you spend in a dungeon, and the more harming stuff happens to you. I cannot attack that guy. I can only do it. Oh, I can't do it with this either. Yeah, because this guy in the front, this huge fat dude, occupies 2 slots. That's why I cannot attack him with this. So I guess we would be better off with just stunning him, but this guy has stun resist of 50%, so there's a low chance this will happen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buff myself with more prot. There we go. So the skills you have at your disposal also vary depending on the position you are in the campaign. So if I bring this guy up here to the front, he probably won't be able to shoot at me. He will probably need to melee me, and that obviously is bad for the Brigand Fusilier because he's a mainly a ranged character, just like this one. So let's attack him further. There we go, that guy's done. Now we can focus on this one. What I'm gonna try to do is, because my guys are already damaged a little bit, I'm gonna attempt to stun him. So let's do that. I got the damage through, but the stun failed. That is not good. And this is bad. Those black numbers are the stress increasing, and that is so bad. So let's try and kill this guy. Let's see what does more damage. So this has a damage mod less 25%, but you should notice that it has a crit mod 10%. So this shot has a good chance of doing a crit. I have currently a base crit of 5%. This would mean I would have a 15% chance of critting with this. So it is somewhat a gamble. This one does less 10% damage than this one, base-wise, but it does have a higher chance of critting. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use this because this also bleeds the guy, makes the guy bleed. So that will be good. After this, maybe I will attempt to crit with that shot. Ouch, I will probably change position now. There we go. That skill got through. So being in front of the party doesn't mean that you will only be the one taking damage. This guy being back here could take damage as well, as long as this guy has a skill that attacks the second place in my campaign. Let's see. I could try and stun him again, because my guys are getting very hurt. So let's do that. Yes! We got one stun gone. So the guy won't be able to shoot now. I wanted to give it a pistol shot now, but I think what is most urgent here is just bringing him down. So let's do that. There we go. He was stunned, so he won't act. Let's now try and bring him down the more we can. This guy actually does a good damage with a simple skill. Bam! And he's gone. Bam! We are gone. We are done. They are gone. Now we are gone after picking that chest, I mean. We got some gold. We got some jades. That will be useful to trade in the town. And we got this dungeon done. This is how this game rolls. This was a very short example of how you do it in this phase of the game. You go throughout a dungeon, you pick up valuable stuff, and you level up your characters. This is the more action part packed of the game. So I'm gonna pick up this chest. Might be having good stuff. Let's see. Or not. In this case, it is trapped, but I'm not too worried. It just gave us 2 damage per round. Oh, RD is rounds. Okay, I got it. And it will last 3 rounds. I will now go to the town, so I think I'm fine with that. I won't take any damage. So let's do that. Let's complete the quest. This is the resume. We got 5,000 gold from quest objectives. And we got back to the town. So your characters will level up during the time. You will be able to spend those things in these kind of perks of the character. This guy got a good perk, Photomania, which will take away 20% stress resist. That isn't good. That is supposed to be bad. Last percent, 20% stress resist. Either way, we also have Satiophobia. Wait, this is switched, isn't it? Because plus 20% stress resist is good because I will resist more to stress. You know, there are a couple of bugs here, so this might be one of them. I know for a fact that sometimes when you are in the game and you're right-clicking your characters, it will give you the wrong information panel. You know, those little things must be fixed in the game, and they will most surely be fixed meanwhile.
Such as it is.
So we are in the town right now.
These corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
I'm bound to them. This game is so dark, but I love it. I just love it. TheSparrowsJourney state. I should have chose a different name. It just looks stupid right now. So in our campaign, we currently have Reynold and this mass. We will be able to recruit more heroes. We are in week 1, and this is how again I compare it to this war of mine. Let's see how far can I go and survive. Currently, this is my city, Get help where you may. On any screen in the game, press and hold H to see contextual help for controls in that mode. Let's see that. So we have here in the town the stagecoach, which is this one, where you can recruit new heroes for your campaign. You have the blacksmith, where you can upgrade weapons and armor. The guild, to upgrade heroes' combat skills, which is something I still don't have available. I have to complete more quests. You have the survivalist, which upgrades heroes' camping skills. You will know that, meanwhile, during the Let's Play. Tavern, send heroes for stress relief. Abbey, send heroes for stress relief. This is how mainly you get your heroes out of stress, and this will be a hard fight. You will see why. Sanitarium, treat heroes' negative quirks and diseases. Nomad's Wagon, purchase rare items. Most of these buildings are still not available because you need to complete more quests. The Sanitarium is not available, nor the guild, nor the blacksmith. The only things we have available right now is
here, covered
the
in
stagecoach.
Earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
I love this voice. The voice acting is pretty cool as well. So in the stagecoach,
Women and men,
I will be able to
soldiers and
recruit
outlaws,
more guys.
fools and corpses.
One thing that I
All
love
will
about this
find
game
their
as
way
well
to us now that the road is clear.
is also, you know, I've played a lot of Heroes of Might and Magic in the past, and I relate to this game with that one a lot as well. In this town, not only you can build probably new stuff. No, you cannot build new stuff, but you can upgrade what is already built, and you can upgrade it to make it better. So in the stagecoach, I can choose to spend, what is this? Crests and deeds, which is something you will be picking up during the quests, and make, for instance, the stagecoach increase the number of available heroes to 3. This is one of the first things I do in this game, personally, because I tend to have a lot of stressed heroes. So I need to constantly be recruiting more. But that actually harms your overall campaign, because you want to keep up always to the same heroes so that you can level them up to achieve higher places. So I can also increase the hero barracks, which increases the size of the hero rooster. But right now what I really want is this.
Great heroes can
And I honestly think I'm going to increase it again.
In the mud and rain.
So now I'm going to go to another dungeon, to another quest. And when I come back, I will have 4 available heroes to recruit. So let's do that. I think they are very nice to you at the very start, because you can have at least 8 heroes, which forms 2 different campaigns. At the very start, I don't have much choice. I only have 2 guys, and these are the 2 I must recruit if I want to complete that second quest. The first one was somewhat the tutorial. So I'm going to take a Plague Doctor and a Seeker Vestal. Or a Vestal. Yeah, let's take these. So,
what better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
This girl over here is somewhat the healer of Darkest Dungeon. It doesn't mean that other guys can't heal. There are others that can heal, but this one heals without any harming. It is just a direct heal of 3 to 5. It also has the Divine Comfort, which does a party heal, heals everyone in the party for 1 or 2. There is a lot to it in this section, but I will explain further down into the Let's Play. These are the skills I'm gonna have, and you can deactivate them so that you don't take them to the next dungeon, and you can pick another one. Right now, because these are the only 4 we have, I'm obviously gonna take all of them. In different situations, they are useful. And you can see here the preferred position relating to the skills you're gonna bring. So, for instance, this skill can only be used when you are in the back of the party, if you're noticing the dots over there, or in the second position, counting from the back. This one, the same thing, whereas this one can only be used when in the front of the battle or in the second place. That's why if I deactivate this... wait, no. I wanted to do something like... See, the front position right now is completely unsuggested for this character because she doesn't have anything that can be used in the front. But I'm gonna take them all, just so, you know, if I have to change position for some reason, I can still use her with one of the other skills. This one over here is the Plague guy. He throws gas, he throws venoms to the other guys in the other campaign, and you know, my most preferred guys are still not here, and you will see in the future why. Actually, there's none of these that I prefer. I like this girl because she can heal. That's obviously very useful. But there are other classes. I would say, I think 12 different classes in the game that we will see in the future. So let's embark in another quest. This is where you can check your inventory, when you can use amulets to your heroes, which are equipped here. This is the weapon that they use and the armor. And in here, this is just the log. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you are looking for more, feel free to check these suggestions. As a reminder, if you're looking into buying games, considering using my G2A ref link in the description of this video. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on the next one. And remember, stay above the waters.